On Acoustic Tuesday, episode 37, we're going to swing some guitars around by their strings. I'm going to share with you a pick that just won't let go, and I have a tearful announcement about the future of Acoustic Tuesday, as well as a bonus that you're going to want to stick around for. All that and more right after this. If you believe that playing acoustic guitar is about sharing the joy of music with friends and family, not just mastering the technical side of playing, then this show is your dream come true. Every Tuesday morning, I give you my list of exciting Guitar Geek discoveries, gear, and new music so you can stay inspired to live your best acoustic life. I'm Tony Polecastro, and this is the Acoustic Tuesday Show. Guitar Geeks, unite. Welcome to Acoustic Tuesday, the show where you're going to learn about new acoustic guitar gear, discover acoustic guitar artists, and get inspired to live your best acoustic life. Here we are on episode 37, and with all episodes of Acoustic Tuesday, I'm going to share with you 5 Guitar Geek items that need to be on your radar. But first, a little Acoustic Tuesday tradition called Guitar Geek Trivia. Here is your question for the day. In September 1973, before joining Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham released a stripped-down acoustic-infused album entitled Buckingham Nicks. In which famous studio was this album recorded? Was it A, Muscle Shoals, B, Electric Lady Studios, C, Sun Studios, or D, Sound City? Go ahead and ponder that, and I will, of course, give you the answer at the end of the show. Now, before I dive into the guitar geekiness that is Acoustic Tuesday, I have to introduce you to 2 pivotal people in the Acoustic Tuesday and Guitar Geek world, none other than Sir Noah Jacob Heckman Jr. the first, and Levi Tequila/Scotch Kawila, the man with the technical plan. Guys?
You know, hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hi, Noah.
Hi.
You make me sound like an alcoholic.
Levi.
No, I just...
Levi Tequila... Kawila or Scotch or bourbon. I mean, beer. He drinks beer too. Whatever, you know.
I say that because you don't really assign to one. You're willing to try, and I think that's awesome.
But yeah, okay. I was gonna say I don't necessarily, as you say, assign to one. Like bourbon, I'm not a big fan of, but
Yeah, that's
good enough.
That's your one flaw. That's a bummer.
Everything else is great.
No.
Anyway.
I got to work in the fact that Noah has about a gaggle of kids into his name. I'm just not quite sure how to do that. Noah,
Looking for suggestions in the
Sir,
comments.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Sir Noah Jacob, the nanny Heckman? No.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
The
but-
Manny?
Manny.
The Manny.
Super Dad. Super Dad.
Super Dad. But I need some alliteration. I need a little alliteration.
That's true. But you know what?
In my station.
You don't have to figure it out because there are thousands of guitar geeks who will figure it out in the comments.
That's
below.
true, and I'll tell you what, this is an important episode. I need to get to business here because I do have a very important announcement about Acoustic Tuesday and its future, so I want you to stick around for that. But first, let's dig in and start with item number 5. What's a guitar geek to do when you have so many guitars and you have stands all over the floor you can't even walk through your house? For fear of knocking over a guitar, are you supposed to lean them against a couch? Are you supposed to lean them against a wall? No. You don't have to do that. You hang them on the wall. And I want to share with you a manufacturer that's making some incredible guitar hangers, wall guitar hangers. The manufacturer is String Swing. You may or may not have heard of them. They are out of Ontario, Wisconsin. They started in 1983. And they are making, seriously, what I think are the best guitar wall hangers. These are really classy looking. They have a wooden base block. You can get it in cherry, walnut, oak, a bunch of different other different hardwoods. And what I love about these hangers is that they're made for stringed instruments, right? So you can get them for guitar, mandolin, banjo, uke, violin. I mean, you name it, they've got a hanger for it. And the beautiful thing is it's not a one-size-fits-all operation. The guitar hanger, the guitar keeper, that's the one I really like, has kind of this indented hanger type that really secures the guitar so you can't knock it out of the hanger. But regardless of the instrument, the yoke, depth, and hanger orientation is designed to specifically hold that instrument securely. And let me tell you, these hangers are really easy to install. One of the bonuses about this particular company that I have not experienced with any other is that the drywall anchors that they use to install, or that they include so you can install the hanger, are really rugged. I mean, these are sturdy little buggers. They're the kind that you actually screw into the wall, and they make for a very secure and sturdy installation of your guitar hanger. So String Swing, keep it up. Now, I just noticed that they released a 5 guitar hanger system. And it's available in a black finish and a copper finish, and it might be available in a silver finish as well. I'm not totally sure on the last one, but definitely the black and the copper. And I'm currently trying to convince Whitney that we need one in our family room. I'm not getting very far, so if you have any recommendations for me, why I need guitars on display in the family room, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll make sure Whitney reads the comments from this episode. Hopefully you guys can help my case. I do have 3 string swing hangers in my kitchen, and maybe that's her reasoning. I'm not sure, but your help is very much needed. So be sure to check out String Swing guitar hangers. I think as a guitar geek with a guitar arsenal, you'll really, really dig them. Now let's move on to item number 4. Now, every so often on Acoustic Tuesday, certain musical acts do a second lap. And this is one of those cases. On Acoustic Tuesday, episode 14, I featured a trio, Haas, Cowart, and Tice. And I said in that episode that there was rumblings of them creating a quartet, adding Dominic Leslie to the mix, making their acoustic music that much better, one player better. It's really, truly, these guys make amazing music, and the quartet is official, and they are touring and recording under the name Hawktail. Now, again, this quartet is made up of Brittany Haas, Dominic Leslie, Jordan Tice, and Paul Cowart. These guys are absolutely incredible, and their new album is coming out. It's entitled Unless, and it's available on May 11th. And more info on that in just a second, but first let's have a listen to the tune Abzug from that album, Unless. So that was the group Hawktail. Again, their new album entitled Unless comes out May 11th. I almost said Monday. May 11th. And important to know, you can actually pre-order it now via Amazon. There's going to be a link at acousticlife.tv for you to go ahead and order that if this is something that you want to add to your record collection. And I got to tell you, if it's half as good, if it's a quarter as good as the Haas, Cowart, and Tice album, this album will be absolutely mind-blowing. And as you saw in that sample, I think you'll dig it if you're into acoustic music for sure. Now, it's important that I keep on track here, but I mean, I've got a lot of things left. I've got an important announcement that I'm glad all of us guitar geeks are here gathered to hear. But also there's a really cool pick I want to share with you, as well as what I'm listening to this week. But I want to visit the mailbag first, because it was jam-packed full of music. I'm talking in a major way. So first, I want to thank really wholeheartedly Dr. Dave for sending an entire box of music. He was so kind as to send not only these copies of albums, I'll share with you what they are here in a second, but also some duplicates so we could share them with Acoustic Tuesday viewers who found this music exciting and awesome as well. So we've got Mountain Heart's newest album that he got signed for us. Levi just got a text. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, no worries. All good over here.
He got John Doan's album, a solo album, Welcome to Cascadesville, which I'm very excited to listen to. And of course, John Doan has a band as well, Big Slide, and their album Honey Gold. He literally sent a box of albums, so I cannot wait to listen to these and dig in. And I just want a huge thank you to Dr. Dave for sending these out and thinking of the Acoustic Tuesday viewers as well. Also, check this out. Back a couple episodes ago on Acoustic Tuesday, I featured Caitlin Canny, and she had an album that was coming out called Motel Bouquet. It was an Acoustic Tuesday item, and I was super excited about it. At the time, she was doing a pledge of music to help fund the album. You can pre-order it, and as a guitar geek, I of course pre-ordered the album. It came in, and I had to pop for the signed copy because I'm a huge fan, and of course, I'm really excited because I have some of her older albums on vinyl, and she's going to be at the Acoustic Life Festival, so hopefully she'll sign those for me as well. I hope so. But anyways, I'm looking forward to not only listening to this, but also seeing her at the Acoustic Life Festival. So that came in the mail, and I believe, Noah, did you receive a special something in the mail?
I did, although it was addressed to me. The contents are for us all.
Okay.
But yeah, let me share. So one of the ways that we try to unite guitar geeks around the world is with Tony's Acoustic Challenge Jam Clubs. And we received a letter from one of the Jam Club owners, as we call them.
Yeah.
And Kate H., out of San Juan Capistrano, sent us some customized guitar picks.
All right.
And I don't know if you'll even be able to see these or not, Levi. That's okay. But on one side of the pick...
He's a drummer. He doesn't see guitar picks.
I know, its picks are tiny. On one side is the Tony's Acoustic Challenge logo, very nicely imprinted on there. And the other side is the name of their jam club, Picking Partners. And that's on the other side. It's probably real dark and you can't see it, but that's okay. And that's from Kate H. And there's one for each of us.
Sweet.
Oh, cool.
So that's pretty awesome.
Heck yeah. I think we should start a guitar pick shrine in here. We get lots of picks in the mail. I mean, from me ordering different picks to try, from jam groups, and just our random travels, we get guitar picks. We should start a shrine or a wall.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure you're completely sold on that idea.
Well, you build it.
Okay.
You start it, and we'll look at it.
Okay. Well, okay. May I be so bold and ask the Acoustic Tuesday viewers that if they have a guitar pick or a guitar store near them that has branded guitar picks, send it in the mailbag to kick off our guitar pick wall?
That's a great idea.
And to hear about local stores and stuff? I mean, if I could be so bold.
Well, you know what? If there's a local liquor store that is brand... No.
Hey, guys, so I have Kate H's Jam Club loaded up here. Do you want to get a shout-out?
Thank you.
Heck yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Hi, we're Picking Partners from San Juan Capistrano, California. Hey, dudes, let's say hi to these folks. Guitar Geeks Unite!
Yeah,
That is
so
awesome.
awesome.
It's funny because as I was talking about guitar picks, I saw Levi ferociously clicking around, and I was like, he's up to something or something's not working, and he was actually finding Kate's video, which is rad.
Yeah, I'm like, I know. You know what? I know her. I think we've got that video that she just sent in.
I appreciate that, Levi, because that was rolling through my brain as well.
Nice.
You anticipated and you delivered.
It's a real mind meld today, gentlemen. A real mind meld. All right, let's keep rolling, huh? So let's move on to what I'm listening to this week. I want to pay respects to a band that really helped me fall into the trap of bluegrass, fall into the black hole of bluegrass. Is that safe to say? Here's the deal. When you start listening to bluegrass, there's usually one situation, one band, one live musical performance that you see that just automatically has you hooked. And for me, this happened with this band, and it happens to be the infamous Stringdusters. And I'm going to try and name them all off the top of my head. Here we go. We've got Travis Book on bass. We've got Andy Falco on guitar, Chris Pandolfi on banjo, Andy Hall on dobro, Jeremy Garrett on fiddle, formerly Jesse Cobb on mandolin, and also Chris Eldridge, who used to be a member on their first album, I believe, who also played guitar. This band is literally amazing. First of all, congratulations to them. They just won a Grammy for their album Laws of Gravity, and I just started listening to their newest album this week. It kind of snuck up on me, and I love it. I just dig it. I dig the songwriting. Their harmonies are ridiculous. They are all so good at their instruments. I mean, masters. It's as if we were in a comic book. It's as if X-Men, the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Fantastic Four, if they all combined and united their powers, that's what the infamous Stringdusters are to acoustic music. So I want to thank them for getting me into bluegrass, but also celebrate them. And I've got a tune from them right now I want you to hear. It's called Where the Rivers Run Cold, and I think it's a great example of what they can do.
If I look like I'm weary, it's only for now. I'll get my rest in the ground. There's a lot left to do in the time that remains before my last sun comes around.
So that was the infamous Stringdusters playing their tune Where the Rivers Run Cold. Now they have a whole slew of albums out. I'm talking a whole slew of albums. We've got their newest album, Laws of Gravity, Silver Sky, Let It Go, Things That Fly, self-titled album, their first album, Fork in the Road, and I encourage you to listen to them all. I'm not even kidding right now. They continually push the boundaries of not only their instruments but of bluegrass music, and they do so in such a tasteful way. And they are so damn good. They are just so damn good. In fact, I was lucky enough to see them, I want to say it was 2006 or 7 at the Old Town School of Folk Music. Small stage, small room. I was sitting right up front, and I immediately was like, whoa, this is some next level stuff. So please do check them out. Also, if you go to their website and you love live music, you can download their live performances. If you find one that you really dig, those are available for purchase. And also, they've got some killer merchandise, and they tour extensively. So if you check their website and their tour schedule, they'll likely be coming to a city near you pretty darn soon. So please, again, check out the infamous Stringdusters. Now, I want to move on. I've got this pick that is really cool that an Acoustic Tuesday viewer told me about, so I want to share that with you. And I want to also commend Levi for his dancing and lip-syncing skills.
Oh, thank you.
When that video was playing, because I almost lost it. I almost actually had to get up and leave because I was laughing. It was really an impressive performance, Levi. I wish y'all could have seen it because it was intense.
He's Levi, the man with the magical moves.
Yeah.
They were going to call that movie Magic Levi, but they went with Magic Mike instead.
They call me Swivel Hips.
Now, you did make a comment about the infamous Stringdusters as we were prepping for the show today.
Oh, I don't know what you're getting at, but I was probably thinking like, whoa, I really missed out by not knowing about these guys for the last decade.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that we brought you up to speed and you were so inspired to share a lip sync and dance with us. That was pretty awesome. Now, let's do a hard transition here to small wins, please.
Oh!
All right. Yeah, when Levi asks where a band is from or based from, you know it's caught his interest.
Yeah. Where are these guys from?
Because if they're good, they must be from Seattle. All right. Small wins. Sean P. Small win. I bought my father a guitar for his birthday after hearing all my life about how all he ever wanted was a Gibson Acoustic. And after 26 years, I was finally able to grant his wish with a 1995 Gibson Gospel.
Hell yeah. Cheers to that. That's awesome.
Cheers to that. That's cool. And next small win comes from Loxley. Small win. While visiting, I love this. He says, while visiting my luthier, right?
We all have got one.
We've all got one. Yeah. That's cool. While visiting my luthier, I met another guy who was having some work done on a parlor-sized guitar.
Cool.
This turned out to be no ordinary guitar. It was the Martin Model 121 that Tony Rice used to record his albums Tone Poems and David Grissom in 1994.
Holy cow.
I was allowed to hold this wonderful piece of musical history, play it a bit by the current owner. Knowing Tony's admiration for Tony Rice, I encouraged him to become a viewer of this weekly ritual, as I am, but to post a comment here as well. I'll leave it to him to reveal more about this in the future. Another great show, guys. Thanks again. # Bearded Guitar Bros. Cheers.
Oh, that is a great story. I love that story. Yeah. How much mojo. I mean, what a cool guitar. Yeah. That's so rad.
And last small win for today comes from Pat. Pat R. Small win. Got the last 3 Acoustic Tuesday trivia questions right.
On a roll. That's a hat trick.
Whoa.
That's an Acoustic Tuesday hat trick. And I will say this. I think I've been upping the level of difficulty. I would like to think I was. Am?
I think so. Well, you got that awesome book from David M.
Yes.
And so, yeah.
Well, that has helped a lot about some of the older instrument makers. It's been a treat to look at. But that's a hell of a small win.
Yeah.
That's
our small win for today, Tony.
Well, thank you, Noah. Appreciate it. And of course, if you have a small win that you want to share, it's super easy to do. In the comments on YouTube, just put #small win and go ahead and describe your small win. Maybe you played an amazing guitar. Maybe you got to meet a really cool artist. Maybe you got to go to an awesome show. Maybe you changed your strings for the first time. Whatever it is, please share your small win with us. It helps spread the positivity and keep us on the right track of being a guitar geek, of course. Now, I'm going to move on to item number 2 here because we're talking about guitar geeks. As a player, what happens a lot is we want to, especially as a guitar geek, we want to strum a little bit. We want to flat pick a little bit. We want to finger pick a little bit. And there's really no one-trick pony type of pick, right? There's kind of, you can get a thumb pick, right? But sometimes those are uncomfortable. They work great for finger picking, but they're kind of odd to hold as a flat pick. You can hold a flat pick, but then when you go to finger pick, you got a hybrid pick, and that can be a little bit weird. And if you want to strum, flat picks are the best, but if you have a thumb pick, it's kind of awkward. You get the idea. But I found a pick with the help of an Acoustic Tuesday viewer that seems to be the cure-all. Now, I will say this. I was quite skeptical of this pick because just upon seeing it, I was like, there's no way this thing's going to work. It's called the Shark Tooth pick, the Shark Tooth crossover pick. It's made by a company called Strum & Comfort, and it's a really... it's just a really interesting pick, okay? So it's got, what it is, let me first explain what it is. It's got a neoprene band, a flexible neoprene band, actually I'll put it on here as I'm talking about it, that has a flat pick attached to the inside. And on the inside there's kind of think of it as like those pads you put under a rug, those no-slip pads. So you put your thumb on the pick, and then you go ahead and pull that non-slip grip just kind of tightly around your thumb. And then with your other thumb, you kind of wrap the Velcro piece around, and just like that, it attaches to your thumb. It's kind of an odd pick. Now again, when I first saw these, I thought, as I put it on, I was like, okay, so the cloth's gonna get in the way and mute the strings. There's no way this is gonna work. I don't believe it. And I also was like, it's gonna slip, right? It's gonna spin around my finger because I pick pretty hard, and I don't buy it. Well, I played with it for about 2 weeks, and I'm happy to report that it is extremely stable on my finger. It didn't spin or turn or anything. The neoprene didn't stretch out, and I put it on and took it off probably about 50 plus times. And the pick that's actually in it, it's a 1 millimeter shark tooth pick. It's got a really odd kind of shape. I'll show that to you here in a second. But one of the things that I found was really awesome is that you can use it like a flat pick, and it feels like you are actually holding a flat pick. You can use it like a thumb pick, and it stays pretty stable. The one thing that I did notice, and that I should say on here, is that on an upstroke, as I'm strumming with this particular shark tooth crossover pick, it did give a little bit. So the pick kind of felt almost like it was a little bit thinner than it said. But that, I think, is just a matter of fact with this, the way that it's affixed to my thumb. But overall, I was very impressed. Now, I don't have a problem with standard thumb picks. In fact, I'd probably... if push came to shove and I had to pick one or the other, I'd pick a standard thumb pick to do my finger picking. But I think this is a great solution for a guitarist that's looking to flat pick a little bit. use a thumb pick a little bit, and just kind of mix and match these styles. So I wanted to bring this up on Acoustic Tuesday because I think it's really cool. The pick costed me about $12. I got mine from Artisan Guitars. You can also get it from Amazon. I noticed that they have a store on Amazon. And I just wanted to show you, hopefully you can all see this. The shape of the pick is literally like a shark tooth. It's a pearloid pick or celluloid pick, and it's actually a really cool shaped pick. It really helps in proper pick approach. So all in all, I think this is a win. Again, if you're a guitarist looking to kind of mix it up and put a bunch of different styles in one song and not have to drop your pick and pick it up again, this is a great solution. Another thing that I want to share with you is that in the package, so it comes with this instruction card, there's a 1mm pick with a neoprene band, a 0.75 millimeter pick also with another neoprene band, and an internal insert that you can use with your own pick. So if you have a pick that you just love using but you want it to really kind of stick to your thumb, this is a great option as well. So again, that's the Shark Tooth crossover pick, and that's brought to you by the company Strum & Comfort. I believe they're out of California, and thanks to the Acoustic Tuesday viewer who kind of made me hip to those. This was way early on. It was something I had put on my list, and I kind of circled back around, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to order some of these and give them a try. So again, those are Shark Tooth picks. So I know we've got a lot to go over, and in fact, I want you to sit tight for this announcement that I've got coming up, because I think it's really important for us guitar geeks to experience this announcement together. But first, I want to check in with Noah. I know he's got some shout-outs and comments and things, but I also, before we go over to Noah, please, if I want you to leave a comment on the show. Please let me know what you love about the show. Let me know if you made a new discovery. Let me know if you want us to make a new discovery. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Please, in the comments below, leave a comment, which is where you leave comments, apparently. And also, while you're at it, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do so. It's super easy. Just click the red subscribe button, and then after that, click that little bell. That'll give you a notification, so each new video that's released, you'll be notified. And of course, if you want Acoustic Tuesday delivered right to your email, that's super easy too. Click the link in the description. You'll get Acoustic Tuesday delivered right to you, as well as access to my full-blown Guitar Geek list, which is something you don't want to miss. Now, Noah, since I've thoroughly explained how comments work, you leave a comment in the comments. Can you share some shout-outs and comments from a previous episode?
I would love to.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You are welcome. The appreciation is all on the side, Tony.
Well, I appreciate your appreciation.
So some shout-outs.
I appreciate everybody's appreciation.
Well, I appreciate the comments in the comments section. All the commenting in the comments is probably the best. No, well,
I did appreciate your explanation of commenting in the comment area.
Yeah. Sometimes I get in these feedback loops and I just can't stop.
So shout-outs today for some people, some folks who tuned in last week. We had Max from East Texas. We had Joy from Corydon, Indiana. Is I in Indiana? Yeah. Okay.
Where did you think it was?
I'm not in school anymore.
It's okay.
She says she's also 20 minutes from Louisville, Kentucky.
Awesome.
Poor Boy Ryder checked in from Austin, Texas.
Awesome.
Heidi from Washington State.
Sweet.
Paul C. from Springwater, New York. He says, awesome show.
Cool.
Pat, who's a TAC member from Denver, Colorado.
Sweet.
And Russ from Newark, California, San Francisco Bay Area.
All right.
And here's some comments that came in from last week's episode. Keith says, thanks for the shout out. Such a delightful and informative time every week. Originally from Spartanburg, South Carolina, home of Marshall Tucker,
cool.
Buck Trent, and others. Now residing in Casey, South Carolina. Keep it up, fellas.
Awesome. Cheers. Thanks for watching.
Another comment came in from Native Texan. Great show. I hate missing them. Always new information.
All right. Thanks for watching.
And this last one I ended up lumping into the comments, and you'll see why. But Savant Unicorn here is tying it into being a guitar geek as well.
Okay.
So he says, "G'day and good morning. Just woke up. It's 3:20 a.m. here in Box Hill, New South Wales.
Okay.
Australia.
Oh,
and
wow.
52 degrees Fahrenheit. I haven't even made coffee yet. Oops, just remembered I'm a coffee geek too. I'll just pause you guys for a minute while I get one. Just hold everything.
This is like a narration.
I know. I'll be back in a minute. Love your show. Best here or elsewhere, and I look forward to it weekly, even watching most episodes more than once.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Picking up my second custom shop, Matan, Brazilian mahogany, Honduran mahogany, ebony, and Adirondack. Thank you.
So Maton guitars.
Okay.
It's okay. We're here to help each other.
You're the guitar geek.
Hey, man, I've mispronounced so many names on guitars. Like, I remember going to Guitar Center when I was just coming up. I felt like a fool. So it's okay.
No, you should have seen me back in 2011.
Oh, that's right.
When we first started doing acoustic letter.
It was like, it was good. The tone woods, that was extra special.
When we were doing close-ups on the guitars, I'd be like, "What's that?" He'd be like, "That's the nut."
Yeah.
Well, what's this? Well, that's the fretboard, Levi.
No, I was just waiting.
No, did you have any comments there?
I was just gonna say, I don't feel like a fool.
Well, I don't want you.
We
to
don't
feel
think
like
you
a fool.
are.
Great.
Yeah.
Then we're all on the same page.
Good. Oh, okay, good.
We're here to support.
So back to Savant Unicorn.
Right.
His custom shop, Maton,
Good.
Brazilian mahogany, Honduran mahogany, ebony, and Adirondack Orchestra. She is labeled Appalachian Amazon. And so should be getting that tomorrow. Can't wait to let you know. And then he says, respect.
New Guitar Day.
Respect.
Cheers.
Nice.
Yes.
Heck
all right.
Yeah.
Now, so that's comments from last week.
Awesome.
Now, we do have some Guitar Geeks. You know you're a Guitar Geek, Wentz. Is this a good time?
I think now is better than ever.
Okay. Let's dive right in. Trevor says, you know you're a Guitar Geek when you binge Acoustic Tuesday shows every single day until you catch up, only to be sad that you have to wait until next Tuesday for the next episode. Aww. You guys are awesome.
Man, thanks.
I've been playing guitar for 10 years, and this fills the guitar geekiness hole in my soul I didn't know I even had. Keep up the good work. You've got a loyal fan here in Buffton, Indiana. All right, next one comes from Pete. You know you're a guitar geek when you decide to play a guitar that you're actually trying to sell for extra cash, but after you do play it, you talk yourself out of selling it.
I'm so guilty of that.
Yeah, I've seen you go through seller's remorse too.
Yes, I'm in the throes of that.
All right.
From years ago still.
Next one comes from Sean. You know you're a guitar geek when you hold a candlelight vigil for Gibson when you find out they filed for bankruptcy. And he also says,
"Chill, Tony, chill."
And he also says, "You know you're a guitar geek when you can't sit through 5 minutes of an episode of Acoustic Tuesday without pulling out your guitar."
I just found that funny. I'm sorry. Did I clip the audio? Is the audio ruined from that?
I think we're actually safe with
Sometimes the cackle. Do you leave enough headroom for the cackle?
I do.
The full blown.
I've learned over the years. Yeah.
Good.
All right. Next one comes from Guy. You might be a guitar geek if you get up on Sunday night to go to the little boys' room and you get an email alert and see Tony and Levi drinking bourbon and scotch and stay up for the next 2 hours. Thanks. I think I almost have the 5 steps to the fretboard.
That was good.
That one went long, didn't it?
There was a scotch/bourbon infused live hangout. That
2.5 hours on a Sunday. You know you're a guitar geek when.
Right, I know.
Yeah. Ted says, you know you're a guitar geek when the bumper of your car is plastered with stickers from all your favorite guitar manufacturers.
Accurate statement.
Diorman, if I said that correctly, you know you're a guitar geek when you watch Acoustic Life TV, even though you hardly ever play or listen to folk music from this century.
That's a dedicated fan.
Yeah. Next one comes from Ray. Ray from Mililani, Hawaii. Says, love the show. You know you're a guitar geek when you carry picks and a capo, even if you left your guitar at home.
That's very accurate.
Yes. And there's kind of a little bit of a theme coming here. Matthew says, you know you're a guitar geek when you're about to play in church and you decide to tune up quietly during the prayer, and just as you reach into your pocket for your tuner, out fall 2 shub capos and about 5 picks on the mic'd hardwood floor. I didn't burst into flames, so I guess I'm okay. Now That's pretty funny. But did I say that one right? Shub? Is it Shub or is it
Shub?
It's not Shub.
No, it's Shub. You're right.
Okay,
it's Shubaba.
You gotta pronounce that.
And the last one just happens to come from Dr. Dave, who you shared from the mailbag.
Fantastic.
And he says, you know you're a guitar geek when you name your children Taylor, Martin, Collings, Larrivee, and Rickenbacker.
That's not real. Is that
Dr.
real?
Dave, if you have kids of those names, I want a picture. I want a family picture.
And we'll frame it here.
And we'll frame it here and hang it on the wall. That's pretty awesome. That's way cool. Well, now we did share a Guitarsenal last week, and her dog was named Taylor.
Correct.
I can't for the life of me remember her name. It's killing me now. But her dog's name was Taylor, after her first Taylor guitar.
Correct.
Yeah.
My old music mentor and vocal coach, his daughter's name is Ruby Taylor.
Really?
Yeah.
That's her first name, Ruby Taylor?
They call her Ruby Taylor, even though Taylor's her middle name.
Oh, okay.
But after Ruby Tuesday and Taylor guitars.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
Awesome.
That's it for today.
Too. What's that?
That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Noah. I appreciate
You're welcome.
that. And of course, if you want to, in the comments, if you want to finish the sentence, you know you're a guitar geek when. In fact, not even if you want to, please finish the sentence. You know you're a guitar geek when. Put a hashtag before it. Put it in the comments below, and we'll go ahead and read those on a future episode of Acoustic Tuesday. And for the first time in Acoustic Tuesday history, I don't have any Guitarsenals to share, and I'm saddened by that fact. I'm saddened. I have one, but I didn't want it to be the lone. I didn't want it to be the lone soldier.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm gonna just plead with you guys right now. If you're out there and you have not sent in a picture of your Guitarsenal, you have to do it. It's easy. You order the Guitarsenal shirt. There's a link right beneath this episode of Acoustic Tuesday. You put that Guitarsenal shirt on, gather all your guitars, and take a picture. And then send that picture to support@tonypolecastro.com. I'll feature your Guitarsenal on an upcoming episode of Acoustic Tuesday. And speaking of upcoming episodes of Acoustic Tuesday...
Oh, man. Is this it?
We got something important to talk about.
Okay.
It's really important.
Do I need to grab some Kleenex for you, Tony?
Probably a good idea.
This is a moment.
You know what?
This is a moment.
We don't need the Kleenex. You don't have to be ashamed.
I'm just sad. I'm sad about what I'm about to share with you. About
What you got?
Tuesday.
What you got? Just tell us.
All right. So Acoustic Tuesday started out as, well, it was the three of us here at Acoustic Life Studios. And we thought it'd be really cool to start a show just based on the acoustic guitar. Just to kind of, for guitar geeks to get together and, unite. And that was episode 1. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. Really, we didn't know. I don't think Levi knew how to use the interface.
Kind of still don't.
And I think Noah was unsure of what he was reporting on. I was just going to pick 5 things and share my thoughts on them. And here we are on episode 37. And to say that guitar geeks are uniting, I think is an understatement. And I'm talking all of us 3 here at Acoustic Life Studios and you, we've grown Acoustic Tuesday to a ridiculous number of viewers. I mean, insane. When we started Acoustic Tuesday, what was the YouTube channel at?
14, I think.
14,000?
14 actual
1,400
subscribers? No,
14,
I don't
Anyways, it's grown to about 121,000 subscribers, 122. I don't even know. Every time I look at it, the numbers are like flying. I can't even believe it. So we thought, gosh, Acoustic Tuesday is really going well. This is a shame that we're going to have to pull the plug on it. Just kidding. You, as an Acoustic Tuesday viewer, as a guitar geek, I want you to know that you're a part of history being made. You're part of something much bigger and much more meaningful than just hanging out and sharing guitar goodness every Tuesday. Because Acoustic Tuesday now, instead of just being a show on YouTube, instead of just being an audio podcast, it actually has a companion website, acousticlife.tv. Literally, in your browser, just type acousticlife.tv, and you'll be magically whisked away to a paradise for guitar geeks. Every single item I've ever featured on Acoustic Tuesday, every single episode that's ever been aired for Acoustic Tuesday, every single Guitar Geek trivia, every single You Know You're a Guitar Geek when is now in one place that you can go hang out at, acousticlife.tv. Seriously, you can go there and see all my reviews on guitars. You can go there and do interactive Guitar Geek trivia. Literally, you can get, the question pulls up, you can pick the answer, and then if you get it right, you'll get the extra little bonus factoid. And you can share all this stuff. You can share all this stuff with your Guitar Geek buddies. It's really easy. You can share it on Facebook or whatever. Email the link to your friends. And this is open to all of us Guitar Geeks. So Guitar Geeks can now not only unite on Tuesday during the Acoustic Tuesday show, but all week at acousticlife.tv. Now you're thinking that's pretty cool, and I think that's pretty cool. But it gets even better. And this is what I mean when you're a part of something bigger and something much more meaningful than just hanging out and having fun. Because acousticlife.tv, now see, here's the deal. During every Acoustic Tuesday show, I usually feature a product or some products, and usually I'll include a link where you can buy it, and oftentimes it's an Amazon link. Well, that link is an affiliate link, right? And if you make a purchase through that affiliate link, we, Acoustic Life Studios, we get a small percentage of that sale. It helps fund Acoustic Life and all those things and this show. But we thought, there's got to be something we can do better. We can do something for the greater good, the greater Guitar Geek good. So, on acousticlife.tv, all those purchase links are there. You can go and buy anything you see in the Acoustic Tuesday show. But here's the catch. All those affiliate links are still the same. And the beautiful thing is anything that you buy through acousticlife.tv, 100% of those proceeds will be donated to Guitars for Vets. So literally, just by being a Guitar Geek, just by loving Acoustic Tuesday, just by purchasing a pack of picks or a capo or something along those lines, just by purchasing it through acousticlife.tv, you are helping out a nonprofit organization that believes in the healing power of music and is doing so on a much greater level. So this is like, I'm getting kind of the goosebump thing happening. This is really exciting to me because we've featured Guitars for Vets before, and I just believe so much in what they're doing that I think as Guitar Geeks we can unite under the same mission and really make a huge impact just by hanging out and having fun and buying some little accessories and things. All at acousticlife.tv. Now it gets doubly cool. Because, now Levi, you might be able to shed a little bit of light on this, but what we're going to do is report monthly on how much was donated. So at the end of the month, we can say, hey, through acousticlife.tv, we've donated however much we made in affiliate revenue that month to Guitars for Vets. Now, Levi, you might be able to get a little insight on what those numbers look like.
Sure. So based on how things are looking right now, kind of the baseline, the starting point, we think should be around $4,000 a year.
That's awesome.
But that's the starting point. That's just from some links sitting under YouTube videos.
Yeah.
That's without even having this website and having you make it a habit of going there before you buy anything acoustic related. And so, that is a starting point. Maybe we could even get to like $10,000 a year.
Heck yeah.
Or 15 or 20 or maybe eventually $100,000 a year.
Which, I mean, anything means a ton to Guitars for Vets. I mean, they have I don't know what their current chapter numbers are, but they're trying to get into all 50 states, and just their general operating expenses. I mean, it means a lot to them for us to do this. So here's what I want you to do right now, please. This is how you can help. Just bookmark acousticlife.tv on your web browser. And anytime you think about making a purchase on anything from the show, just go to acousticlife.tv and find it there. It'll help out you as a Guitar Geek, and it will also help out Guitars for Vets, which is, I think, something we can all get behind, because I think at some point or another, every Guitar Geek feels that healing power of music, and Guitars for Vets is doing that on a huge scale. And I'm really, really excited about this announcement. And there's more. Guys, there's more. Can I mean, does
yes,
it, I mean, did you, you want me to stop? No. So at acousticlife.tv. So let me back up. There's a little bit of a story that goes with this. So I went out to Taylor Guitars in February Was that in February? I went out to somewhere in there. I can't remember. It was snowy here and not snowy there. That's all I remember. And they flew me out. They invited me out there right when the V-Class bracing was getting released, right? Right after kind of the NAMM show release. And, well, actually, you saw it unfold here on Acoustic Tuesday. I was there. I was able to get on their podcast. They interviewed me on their podcast, which was really fun. But I also had a chance to sit down with Andy Powers for about an hour and a half, over an hour and a half, and talk about the V-Class bracing, how it was developed, why it was developed. Is it structurally stable? What can I expect? Why does this sound so good? We sat down for an hour and a half and geeked out, and we filmed the whole entire thing. And that's now available. It's at acousticlife.tv. So all of you folks who are wondering, what happened to that Andy Powers interview? Well, it's here, and it's on acousticlife.tv. In fact, I've got a little snippet of it for you, just so you can kind of see how much fun we had. So let's have a quick look. I don't think that's the case, judging by what I'm listening to, but I think it's a valid question.
I don't think so. I don't think so either, but at the risk of sounding like a politician, it's not for me to decide.
Right.
Musicians will play it. They are the ones who will decide whether or not it is musically useful in the way that I think it is. As a musician, I find it's really interesting. The people who I've handed it to and they play it, they find it really interesting. Dealers, guitar restorers, kind of the knowledgeable people that I've handed these guitars to, they think it's a wonderful thing because immediately they can hear the musical usefulness of it.
Right.
So I think it's got a long future ahead of it. Certainly here at Taylor Guitars, we're going to use it.
Yeah.
We're going to incorporate it into a lot of different designs.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me as a builder that it gives me so much flexibility to make different voices. So like these initial ones that we've released, these are very, what I'd call modern sounding guitars.
Yeah.
They're very, like almost piano-like.
Yeah.
They're very modern guitars.
Yeah.
This idea allows me enough flexibility to keep the good parts of this guitar and make very traditional sounding guitars with
so you can catch that full interview, all hour and a half of it, at acousticlife.tv. Now, the cool thing is you might be thinking, okay, well, that's a lot of time. Well, I've actually marked out kind of a table of contents, if you will, for that particular interview. So if you have a particular question and you see it on the table of contents, you can just go ahead and advance to that section of the interview. It's really a cool interview. To say that Andy Powers is the ultimate in guitar geekiness, I think is an understatement. He's the kind of guy that, you know, like when you go to sleep and you can't sleep and you got to count sheep. I'm pretty sure he counts guitars. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. But please go check that out, acousticlife.tv. And now, when you go to share the show with your Guitar Geek friends, you just send them a link to acousticlife.tv. Better yet, find something cool on acousticlife.tv and share it on Facebook. Right? I want to unite as many guitar geeks as absolutely possible. And I think this is the best way to do it under an amazing cause for something much bigger than all of us guitar geeks. I think this is going to help a ton of people and ultimately allow us to celebrate our guitar geekiness. So please visit acousticlife.tv. I'm pretty sure you're going to have an absolute blast there. And please share that with your friends. Now, Acoustic episode... Wow, I almost said Acoustic Life, Acoustic Tuesday. I'm not sure what I was about to say.
It's kind of tough.
Acoustic Tuesday episode 37 is nearly here at an end, but we've got to revisit our trivia question. I almost forgot about our trivia question because, you know what? A lot of exciting things are happening. So here is your Guitar Geek trivia question. Let's quickly recap it. In September 1973, before joining Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham released a stripped-down acoustic-infused album entitled Buckingham Nicks. In which famous studio was this album recorded? Was it A, Muscle Shoals, B, Electric Lady Studios, C, Sun Studios, or D, Sound City? Well, if you answered D, Sound City, you are correct. Stevie and Lindsey recorded their first commercial album released by Polydor in 1973 at Sound City Studios in Los Angeles, California. Some other notable albums recorded at Sound City are Neil Young's After the Gold Rush, The Grateful Dead's Terrapin Station, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers' Damn the Torpedoes, Johnny Cash's Unchained, Ry Cooder's Chavez Ravine, amongst many, many others. even including Nirvana's Nevermind, which I know is an acoustic, but I think it's a significant album nonetheless. Whew! We have blasted through Acoustic Tuesday, episode 37. But before you go for the day, let's take a sneak peek into next week. And of course, you can catch Acoustic Tuesday every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Mountain Time here on YouTube. And of course, follow up with a visit to acousticlife.tv. Here's what to expect next week on Acoustic Tuesday. We're going to get an introduction to primo tone. You're going to hear a performer who plays solo with a few duos, as well as with a couple of bands. He's a busy guy. And a way to save your ears, but still have fun. Next week's going to be awesome, and I expect to see you on acousticlife.tv, and of course, tuning in next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time for Acoustic Tuesday. From us to you, have a great week, and we'll see you next Tuesday on Acoustic Tuesday. Cheers to you.